I give you a simple thing that you can start with. It is so simple that your mind maybe will say, that's not enough. But you know what, mischievous one? You don't need the entire palace. You don't need the entire kingdom right now, because you're already living in the kingdom, in the palace. You just forgot. You're so mischievously to yourself that you forgot it. All you need is a simple doorway to change, so that you can step through the threshold just to realize that there never was a threshold. I welcome you, Sovereign One, Cosmic Friend. Welcome to this transmission in the field of remembrance. Allow yourself now to get completely focused, go completely inward, and have all of your attention right now on this transmission, right on the field that we are both creating here together. In this video, I feel inspired to share with you a simple doorway to truly change, so that you can move towards the new life, the life that you are desiring. So stay put and stay tuned and stay sovereign with this transmission, and don't let any distraction keeping you away from this gold that you can find in this information. Dear one, this energy lingers in my field for days, and I now really enjoy that it's the time right now where I can share it with you. And when we talk about change, then there are some simple things we can start with. And those simple things are guided and held by understanding the what you're doing and why you're doing it, so that the how in the end, the actual change process, is easier. So allow you to take notes, allow you to dive in, and smile mischievously if some old aspects and beliefs come up to the surface and say, I have better things to do than listening to Han right now. I tell you, that's a lie, because there's no more important message right now than this one. Of course it's from Han. So now, reason this. Well, this is exciting. It is exciting to talk about that, because it's my passion. You are consciousness. You are consciousness incarnated into a body. So you are not your body, you're not your thoughts, you're not your environment. You're nothing but consciousness observing all of this. And consciousness is everything. You chose a particular body. You chose to have identity here on earth to play this game. So this identity, this personality, is made up out of how you think, act and feel. How you think, act and feel creates your personality. You called yourself right now. And this personality is creating your personal reality. So your personal reality is the mirror of your thinking, acting and feeling. Take care of those three things and your life will change. So why is it so hard to change? Not that this is a belief, but if it would be an easy thing, many people would do it, right? Many people would simply live their passion and live who they truly are. So This information that I now give you is also in my belief pilot that I write right now. It is an ebook, and I will announce it the moment it's finished, so that you can order it for yourself, because there's everything inside of beliefs, how to bypass them, where they come from, everything. Okay, so after that you will no longer have any difficulty to overcome beliefs or dissolve them into stardust. In the years from 0 to 7, dear Cosmic One, you had no analytical facilities in your brain, in your mind. That means that the door from the conscious mind to the subconscious mind was wide open. You were in a brainwave state called theta, and theta is hypnosis. In hypnosis, you are very suggestible to information. Without analyzing it, you just surrender to it. So, in those years from 0 to 7, you were soaking in everything from your environment, to really keep it simple. Okay, so you copied, because of your mirror neurons in your brain. As the name says, they mirror the behavior, the emotions, the actions, the thoughts of everyone around you, especially from people where you assign some meaning to, like authorities, like your parents, you see, like teachers and whatever stuff. Mischievous stuff. So, reason this. Just let that sink in. Let's say your parents say that people with a lot of money are bad persons. Let's say your parents said to you that life is really hard or difficult. Then you heard this phrase, this thought, not one time, not 2 times, not 3 times. You heard it hundreds and thousands of times. Not only hearing it, not only you heard it, you saw the behavior that goes with this thought of your parents. You actually felt the energy, because your subconscious mind is programmed by the feeling. The feeling imprints this information into our subconscious mind, and it is literally creating your reality. So, you soaked up all this information. So the thoughts you were thinking and keep thinking, the emotions that you feel, the behaviors that you act out are 95% by the time you are 35 years old the same as your society, parents and everyone else in those years acted out in your life. Because by the time we are 35 years old, we are to 95% a set of unconscious automatic behaviors. An unconscious automatic set of behaviors, things, thoughts and feelings. We lost our free will to a set of programs, you see. So, listen, that's a very important thing, dear Cosmic One. This is all the what and the why, so that the how gets easier, okay? Let's have a look on epigenetics. Epigenetics simply is the science. The word epigenetics means above genetics, simply said. So we look above from genetics, because we once science once told us that genetics, we cannot change our genetics, but that's a lie. That was just wrong information. They don't knew better. Now with epigenetics, we know we can change our genetics. Because, why is this important? Because genes make proteins, and proteins are responsible for the function and structure of your body. So an epigenetic says that the environment is signaling the gene. What does that mean? Reason this. The end product of an experience in your environment is called an emotion. So if the end product of an experience in your environment is an emotion, then it is the emotion that is signaling the gene. Because epigenetics says the environment signals the gene, but the end product of an experience in the environment is an emotion. So, if you keep thinking the same way, like you were programmed in your childhood and while you were growing up, then those same thoughts will lead to the same choices. Those same choices will lead to the same behavior. The same behavior will lead to the same experience, and the same experience will create the same emotion. So you wake up in the morning and you think about drinking coffee. This thought leads to the choice of drinking the coffee. You make a choice, I do that. This choice leads to the behavior. This means you go over there to the coffee maker and you do all the things, and then you sip it. Instead of cosmic wine, you sip coffee. And of course, this behavior leads to a specific experience that you have, and this is drinking the coffee. And this makes you feel a certain way. So the end product of your experience drinking a coffee was an emotion. You did it all for the emotion. So over time, I told you, by the years we are 35 years old, we are an unconscious set of programs, automatic habituations. Because if we keep doing this again and again and over and over and over and over again, you know this, people are doing the same things every single day, driving the same way to work like always, doing the same exercises in the gym, eating the same food, talking to the same people, going to the same places, thinking the same thoughts, watching the same television show, never doing something else because it would be the unknown. But you are just programmed. The unknown just feels unfamiliar because your body, over time, gets programmed and it becomes the mind of those limited emotions. So think with me. If your mother told you in those years of theta brainwaves where you were in hypnosis that you should feel bad about yourself when you are too loud, when you opening your voice, your throat, and you are screaming around, having fun with all your friends, and your people and your parents say, "Shh, not too loud. People don't like that. They will hate you. You will get it in the end." All of this stuff. You soak it in. And of course, your parents, they say it out of a state of fear. Because they don't know better, they want to control. Because they don't know how to handle. They don't know how to handle it. So you soak up not only the thought and the picture of what your parents gave you, that when you speak up, something bad will happen. You also felt the emotions of them. And then you have the picture. I get it when I open up my voice, when I actually have fun and follow my passion. And then you soak up the emotion that imprints your subconscious mind with, let's say, frustration or fear, because you're fearful of what's happening, but you're also frustrated because you can't express yourself the way you want to. That's all going on. Now, if you think a limited thought, your brain will make a chemical that goes directly to your body. And the mechanism will work in a way that you will feel in your body equal to the way you just thought in your brain. Alright? So you think a bad thought, you're feeling bad. You think a good thought, you feel good. Here's the thing. Your body is always spying on your brain. And your brain is always spying on your body, or is always monitoring your body. So you think, when I'm too loud, I will get it. I will get it in the end. People will not like me. This frustrates you. So you think this, and your body feels frustrated and anxious. Now the brain is checking in with the body. Oh, the body feels anxious. Now let me produce more thoughts equal to this emotional state. So you're thinking more thoughts, more pictures in your mind of what could happen, more chemicals went down to the body, and you get programmed. Now you do this for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Now you are pretty hardwired. You're pretty hardwired to a specific set of thoughts, emotions and behaviors based on what you soaked up at the beginning of your life. So this is not about blaming anyone. This is about understanding what is going on, and that we, of course, can change that. But I want you to understand the what and the why, so that the how gets easier for you when it comes to truly change. So let's go back to the genes for a moment again. So of course, when you all the years feel this frustration and sadness, and you never really had the chance to truly feel it, and you just buried it down and begin to distract yourself with other things that you really don't like to do, but you do them anyway, and you don't know why you're even doing them. You know, something in you knows it's not good for me, but you're doing it anyway, right? Then you're knocking on the genetic door and signaling the same genes over and over again, over and over again. And as I said, genes make proteins, and proteins are responsible for the structure and function of your body. Means thinking the same thoughts, having the same experiences, feeling the same way, signaling the same genes, or the genes we are expressing determine our destination. And if we do not change, we are headed into the same destination as our society, our surroundings, our parents. Listen to that. And now, I give you a simple thing that you can start with. It is so simple that your mind maybe will say, that's not enough. But you know what, mischievous one? You don't need the entire palace. You don't need the entire kingdom right now, because you're already living in the kingdom, in the palace. You just forgot. You're so mischievously to yourself that you forgot it. All you need is a simple doorway to change, so that you can step through the threshold, just to realize that there never was a threshold, because this threshold is always an illusion of, once I walked over this threshold, then I arrive somewhere. No, you just will realize you are walking, you are going, you are moving into the direction of your truest passion and what your heart tells you. So, what you do, I give you this now, is the following thing, mischievous one. This is you. And you begin, really use this picture. Use this picture in your mind. You begin to create another version of you with this mischievous glasses on your head, and you start observing your current self. Right? You start observing you, because you are consciousness observing the program. If you can see this pencil here, then you are not this pencil. If you can see me, then you are not me. So if you can hear music, you are not the music. And if you hear a voice in your head, then you are not the voice in your head. What you observe, you cannot be. Now you are this mischievous one, this detective over here, and you're observing your current self. And I want you to simply do one thing. I want you to become so good at observing yourself that no old thought, because it's all beginning with a thought, but that no old thought slips by your consciousness, by your awareness. And you will take out a piece of paper and you will write down old thoughts, emotions and behaviors, and new thoughts, emotions and behaviors. Simple, on a piece of paper. And then you walk through your day, you have this thing entirely with you all the time. And I will create something like this with a mischievous cover, which will have the frequency of sovereignty and cosmic wine, so that every time you will be able to order this on my website. I will announce it when the time has come. And it will be a simple book, but it will be embedded with the frequency of cosmic wine and mischief. Because then every time you write something within this book or on your paper right now, you bath it. You bath it in so long in wine and smile at it so mischievously all the time that it dissolves into stardust. So imagine you're walking through your day, you're thinking about following your passion, making music, for example, or making videos, or painting, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. And then you listen to a voice that says, nobody likes this. I'm not good enough. I don't feel like it. Write it down. That's the first step to change. We have to become conscious of our unconscious thinking. And we have in our forebrain, which is the frontal lobe, it is 40% of your entire brain. It has the capacity and the ability to think about what you are thinking about. That's the deal. You start thinking about what you are thinking about and you notice it. And then you write down by old thoughts, I'm not good enough. But also I want you to write down on the new side, what would your future self that already lives the life that you love to live, that you desire from your heart, what would your future self think? How would this person that is abundant and grateful and living out the passion 100%, how's this person thinking? Does this person really think, oh, nobody will like my picture? No. No, ever not. No. It will not be in the consciousness of this person. This person will say, I follow my passion. My passion is supporting me in life 100%, and I don't care about other people because I know what I do fulfills me, and my own fulfillment is everything it needs to contribute to other beings into the world. The new being says, I don't have to rescue the planet because I take care of myself, because I am the most important person in my life. So when you do that and you catch those thoughts, you are building a distance between you and these thoughts. You are, so to say, disentangling yourself from the program. You are siphoning your energy back, you're calling your energy back out of this programming back to you, into your own field. And then you have more energy to create with. Okay? When you do this, then the old thoughts will begin to scream, because you're no longer giving them your attention. Because you begin to realize that I am not it and I do not prefer this. And the moment you step into a new action, you make the painting anyway, then you maybe in the moment don't feel like it. do it anyway. Because that's what the future version of you is also doing. Does maybe the future version of you have bad days too, or sad moments? Of course. But they know it's just emotion. It's just chemicals in my body. And for change, I have to be greater than body, my environment, and time. So if you don't feel like it, let me tell you something. In those moments, you have to say, I don't care how I feel, greater than the body. I don't care what people think, greater than my environment. I don't care how long it takes, greater than time. If you master those three, then nothing can hold you back. Dear one. And this information that you get in this video, the more you feed yourself with information, you already have enough information, sensitive one, by the way, because sensitive, I know it from my own experience, sensitive ones always want to do more teachings, more courses, more information. You already have enough. Stick with this video, with the information from my channel, that's enough. You will learn everything here and will have the opportunity to listen to anything that you need. But every information is in this present moment right here, right now. Any information that you build into your being, that you soak in, is for you a new way of thinking that you can access. So the moment you may be waking up in the morning and you start thinking about coffee, cell phone, all of this stuff, you now know maybe it could be a good choice, before I do all of this, to write down who I want to be today. Maybe I write down what I want to do, what my passion is. Maybe I go out for a walk first. It will feel uncomfortable, and you will have your whole system maybe against you. But you are not your body, you're not your emotions, not your thoughts. Remember this. But it is a choice point. Now you have a different thought. Yeah, I could do this because I know how it could change me. This offers you a different choice to do the writing first in the morning. This writing leads to a different behavior. You get your paper out, you write something, you get some information going, and you get insights in your subconscious mind, all of this stuff. And this behavior leads to a new experience, that you maybe discover your edges of yourself that you never has discovered before without doing that. And then of course this experience produces an emotion and you feel empowered. You feel empowered because you actually were greater than your body, environment and time. And you got a piece of your free will back because you no longer follow the program. You feel the tug. It wants to pull you in. Come on, it's better to go to the cell phone first, and it gives you this kick of emotions of the old self, but the new self is free from that. So, get your mischievous classes, observe yourself for the next 2 weeks, every day. Take this thing with you. I will produce this as fast as I can, so that you get a mischievous book on your side. And maybe you have some ideas for a name for this book. We can create it together, we can co-create it, because I know we are all mischievous, passionate, creative beings here. I want to make a simple, fine royal book, maybe with some wine glass and stardust on the cover. Could be a good idea. So if you have inspirations, write it down below. I would love to hear it. So anyway, Take it with you for the next 2 weeks, alright? And let me know what's resonated with you in this video. Dear one, I invite you at the end of this video to get your golden signal, alright? The link is down below in the description box. Why? Because it is not a newsletter, it is a wink from the universe to the exact right timing with the exact right information that you need. Alright, you can type your email in, and for those who have not confirmed yet, I can see that you have to confirm your email address. Otherwise, this message cannot go out to you. So, don't forget it, okay? So, next thing, dear ones, I invite you to support the field. Support the field, you can donate. You can donate to the field, contribute to it, and with that action that you take, it is a different choice from your side. A different behavior, a different action that leads to a different experience, with a different feeling. All of a sudden you start giving because you understand you take an action towards your new life by contributing into a frequency of sovereignty and clarity and information and knowingness and wholeness. So not only you're donating money, you're stepping further and closer to the frequency. I also invite you, if you feel the resonance in your heart, to work one-on-one with me. I'm so ready for you, and you feel it. You feel the resonance. Now you know you're hesitating, but I also know that you're ready. Work with me one-on-one for 1 hour. All information's down below on my website. But I can tell you, we will expand your awareness. We will stabilize and recalibrate your frequency so damn strong that no storm around you ever can break you down. Last thing, dear one, wine with Han is coming. Not an inner circle, but a round table of, I start with 10 souls that will meet 2 or 4 times in a month. And we will sit at the table of remembrance together. No teachings, but frequency and remembrance. Only mirrors. Only mirrors to discover ourselves even more and to recalibrate and stabilize our beings into the frequency of sovereignty and new earth. Because this new frequency that is around us is cracking our lives open. It wants something from us. And you're ready. You're ready for it. So I invite you to join the circle, to join Wine with Han. If you're in, comment Wine with Han. Go for it. Much warmth to you. And maybe you continue the journey with one of those 2 videos right here. And don't forget to subscribe my channel for mischievous updates, mischievous transmissions, and for life in sovereignty and freedom. Much love and warmth. This is Han from the Field of Remembrance. See you next time. Bye.